Hi, I'm Simon Bell, and I'm going to be talking to you about what RGAX is doing around the subject of ESG, specifically looking at how we can help migrant workers around the world get the life and health protections that they need. What ESG means to me is that we're looking to try and provide our customers with products and services that match their values. So if you think about the status of ESG within life and health insurance, we tend to focus on the S. I think that's the most impactful and kind of obvious area where a life and health reinsurer could play. If you think about what's happened with the pandemic over the last couple of years, lots of people have had challenges and have had issues around just resiliency, whether that's kind of health, financially. And what we're trying to figure out is, are there underserved areas of the population that we should and could be helping? Thinking about, RGA trying to be a kind of responsible partner within the ecosystem. So an example might be migrant workers. There are 160 million moving around the world trying to improve their lives for themselves and their families. How do we protect them? So what do they need while they're living abroad? Is there health insurance? Is there protecting the remittances that they're sending home? Do we look after their families that are left back in wherever they came from? So there's lots of different angles. So, RGA is looking to see, okay, how do we help ensure that those that need financial protection are able to get it? It's all part of the financial protection accessible to all. So the ESG journey for a lot of insurers and financial services generally starts with benchmarking reporting. Okay, what do I need to tell my investors, my stakeholders about what we're doing from an ESG point of view? But there are opportunities, right? So if you think about what's happened in retail investing in the last few years, huge retail and corporate investment has gone into ESG investments. Do I want to be able to have my life and health protection also aligned to those values, right? So there are distribution opportunities. There are new products that could be developed that are using ESG and some of the components in that. If you think about vitality and leveraging wellness as being a way to engage consumers and grow their business, that's the kind of thing that we could be able to do with ESG as the core premise behind the product itself. Am I using my life and health insurance premiums to do more than just protect me? They're going to be invested in clean energy and green bonds. So when we start thinking about what an ESG friendly product looks like, the kinds of things that come up are, how am I going to be able to afford it? How can I access it? We're not even sure if people are aware of what they can protect. So there's a financial kind of literacy and an education process that maybe needs to happen for those that are not used to buying insurance products. These things have got to be integrated and convenient. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is make this as easy and as accessible as possible for the likes of these kind of underserved markets that aren't getting the protection that they need for themselves and their families. So if you're thinking about how the insurers need to think about distribution differently to make the most of kind of RGA's risk capabilities, if you like, there's a few things that we need to be thinking. So the scale that we're talking about here is going to be huge, right? There's 160 million is the kind of the number out there as to the size of the migrant worker population, and it's on the increase. It's growing at a rate. It probably needs to be digital, right? So most of these channels will need to be able to plug into the digital remittance channels that are out there. needs to be transparent. So we need to be very clear about what the costs are associated with this. And those are the kinds of challenges that from a distribution point of view, we're trying to make sure that the kind of the underserved are getting the products that they need in the right way. So as you've heard, we're looking at ESG as an opportunity, not just a risk. We're looking to see how we can provide financial protection to underserved markets and people who really need the protection. If you're a client or a partner who's interested in this space too, would be great to connect and learn more about what you're doing and see if there are ways that we can help each other and really have an impact on a global scale. So thanks for spending the time and hearing what we're doing around the topic of ESG at RGA.